guaranteebankonline.com. Guarantee Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1 of 2 this afternoon here at ICC. And I'm just going to tell you this. If it's anything like our start to the game, buckle up and hang tight, folks. It's been an interesting start here. Adam Gore, Dr. Brad Boggs getting set to bring you this game here as it is conference play between ICC and Holmes. Coaches are meeting at midfield. Let's take you to the field now for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Right field, Dre McCray. Center field, Jackson Lee. Left field, Hayden Roberts. First base, Bo Rock. Second base, Jackson Settlemyers. Shortstop, Jude Treadaway. Third base, Garrett Morris. Catcher, Stone Carter. Pitcher, Dixon Webb. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just moments away from the Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here. Game one between ICC and Holmes. Holmes comes in the record of 8-10 overall. ICC 8-12. Both teams with a 0-2 conference record today as that first pitch high for a ball. That Guaranteed Bank opening pitch coming your way at 2:04. Got the good Dr. Brad Boggs in the house this evening, or this afternoon, I should say. I don't know. We've got so many games going on during spring break. I don't know if it's day or night.
Got a lot of activity going on here during spring break, definitely. And today is a beautiful day, though, to be out here. Beautiful weather. Come join us out here at the park.
This is Reed at the plate. He's got a 1-1 count. Looks at that pitch, missing low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Dixon Webb will get the start on the hill here for the Indians. We'll take a look at some numbers on him here in a few moments. 2-1 pitch on its way. This one lifted center fielder. Wind is blowing out of the park today. No problem there. Is that one a routine fly ball out to center field? Jackson Lee reels that one in.
Yeah, that like you say, you do have a little wind blowing out dead center there, and that ball did drift some, but Jackson Lee able to track it down out there and make the catch and get the first out of the inning.
Now this will bring Nicholas Swing, the shortstop, to the plate here for the Bulldogs. Softball in action at Holmes today. If you're looking for that, that's on the Holmes White channel. As that pitch missing low, apparently, ball one.
Yeah, that one just missing there. Back to Dixon Webb. He's a freshman pitcher. He does have 2 appearances on the year as that pitch is in there for strike one. 1-1 record right now coming into this game. He has 9 innings pitched, giving up 12 hits on 8 runs. Does have 2 base on balls, 3 Ks, and he's coming in with a 3 ERA, and that's strike 2 right there.
Yeah, big healthy swing and a miss there for Swing. As we talked about, he is the shortstop here in game one. There's 1 out after the fly ball out to center field by Reed. 1-2 now is the count here to Swing. In the dirt, that one will get away. 2-2 now is the count. Brad, as you mentioned, an absolute beautiful day for baseball out here. Judging by the way the wind's blowing out of the park, that means it's dragging some storms behind it.
Yeah, and that's what we're tracking this week. I know I saw the email earlier. Softball was supposed to play Friday down in the Gulf, and they've moved that one up to tomorrow. So they'll be back on the road again tomorrow as that one swung on and fouled back. That's still strike 2. So baseball is supposed to play Saturday, and I know you'll cover all that later here, and we'll just kind of see how all that goes. But, yes, some storms definitely coming in from what I've seen.
Yeah, as of right now, still scheduled for Saturday, but a very strong chance it might get pushed back to Sunday, depending on how much rain we get. Ground ball, foul ball will stay at 2-2 with 1 out here. Top of the first, no score. Game one between ICC and Holmes. This conference doubleheader is the first game I just remembered. 9 innings.
9 innings. First game, 9 innings. The second one, 7. That one's driven right back where it came from, Gore, and that's a base hit right up there. Line shot up the middle, so that put swing on base right there.
Yeah, nice at bat that time by Swing. Was able to foul off a couple of pitches to keep the at-bat alive there after falling behind 1-2.
15,
And so the first hit of the game, and now this will be Hunter Asmar coming to the plate. He is catching here in game 1. So runner at first with 1 out. Asmar batting in the 3 spot. We'll dig in here. As there's the breaking pitch, finds the corner of the plate for a strike.
Asmar is a freshman and out of Lafayette, Louisiana. We've been down there.
We have.
When we've gone to the region, the region tournament down there in Eunice, Louisiana, we have been in Lafayette. But Asmar again, a freshman catcher today out of Lafayette, Louisiana.
0-1 is the count. Good news is we went last year, so it'll be another 4 years before we have to go.
That's it.
Is that pitch missing low, 1-1? Not knocking the area by any chance. Just a long trip and a long yeah.
Yeah, it's a long trip down there. It really is.
So 1-1 now is the count here to Asmar. Listen to that pitch. Breaking pitch finds it for strike 2.
Yeah, I was going to say he took something off that. Adam did a great job right there placing it too. So he's hitting his spots, which is good. Got a 1-2 count. So that's a good start right now for Webb. Throwing strikes, hitting his spots. He's up on the count here with Asmar. You know, he's ahead on him 1-2. So hopefully he can draw the big out here.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. Pitch is going to be fouled off towards the parking lot, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, still got people coming in. Speaking of the parking lot, got a lot of folks coming in from the parking lot out here. And as far as I know, is the concession stand open?
It is not.
It is not. I knew BSU travels on spring break.
They're on their mission trip.
Yeah, so sometimes they open, sometimes they don't. Runner went on that pitch, and Asmar fouled it off in the parking lot. Got some heads. Ooh.
Nearly.
Yeah, nearly got a young lady walking up there.
Well, since the concession stand's closed, sounds like it's a good time to bootleg some drinks out the back of the vehicle, Brad.
That's it. I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to today. I hate it. And they've got a great menu here that we've looked at this year. But just bring you out, pack your lunch, and come on.
1-2 pitch, that one missing outside. Collier trying to frame it up a little bit that time. 2-2 now is the count here on the catcher, Asmar.
Yeah, a good call by the ump. Good pitch though by Webb, and good frame up by Collier. Just couldn't draw the call.
Snap throw to first once again, not in time. 2-2 now is the count. Well, Holmes likes to play some small ball. They like to hit and run in situations. We've already seen them try to do it in this at bat.
Runner went.
Yep, and there it goes again as that pitch is going to be fouled off, and we'll sit at 2-2.
Yeah, good at bat here by Asmar. Good quality at bat. Seeing a lot of pitches. He is obviously up in Dixon Webb's pitch count here in the first inning, so good quality at bat.
So 2-2 now is the count. Pitch on its way. Jammed him. It's up the middle. Could be trouble, though. Morris comes over. Throw across the way is in time.
Yeah, good play by Morris. It was on the fist, just on it. You know, that pitch was in on the hands. He was just able to battle it off enough just to get it down. And Morris there, as he always does, plays a strong third over there and charged the ball and came up and made the play. Gets the second out of the inning. Runner did move up to second, though, Adam.
5-3 on the putout. Now the DH, Brendan Skirtek, coming to the plate. 2 outs and a runner at first. First pitch is going to miss for a ball. 1-0 is the count. We'll bring you the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups in the exchange of the inning. As the count here is 1-0. Breaking pitch, and that one just missing up. Just couldn't quite pull the string on that one. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, another good pitch right there. Good placement. Just like you said, just couldn't get him to make the call on that one, and it was just off the plate on the outside.
So 2-0 is the count. Pitch on its way. That one drifts in there for a strike.
Yeah, took a little something off of that, too, as well. It is a 2-1 count. So Webb out there battling, doing a good job still. With a runner in scoring position, anything down in the outfield, you'd like to think that would score the run for Holmes.
That pitch going to miss low and inside. 3-1 now is the count here to Skirtek. If he were to reach, then Conley the right fielder would be up next here for the Bulldogs. So waiting the 3-1 offering here, and they're going to walk him.
Yeah, that one was way off the plate. Wasn't even going to draw a swing on that one. So he does get the free pass right there, and that,
18,
as you mentioned, does bring up Conley, the right fielder.
Conley batting in that 5th spot. We'll dig in here. An opportunity for the Bulldogs to see if they can spark a 2-out rally. Indians looking for the exit here in the top of the 1st with no score. Runners at 1st and 2nd here for Holmes. That pitch right down the middle for a strike. Nice job by Webb to come back and fill it up early after giving up that walk.
Yeah, and he's facing a left-handed batter here in Conley, so kind of flipping it around. This is the first lefty of the day in the Holmes batting lineup. He chops that one foul.
Yeah, hit him while he was still in the box, so a foul ball. And now Webb finds himself up here in the count 0-2. Got to take advantage of this situation here, Brad.
Yeah, you need to take advantage of it. Just don't need anything in the dirt or pass ball here, a wild pitch, getting to the backstop, which advances both runners potentially. So got to be careful, but you do want to get him and take advantage of this situation here at 0-2 count.
0-2 pitch coming from Webb.
Got him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice job finding that Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning and get out of that with no damage done. Dr. Boggs, you want to take and give us a rundown of today's starters for both squads?
I'll do the best I can here with starting with Holmes. And as we've mentioned, we've gone through some of them already. Matthew Reed is the leadoff, and he plays third base. You got Nicholas Swing at short, bats in the 2nd spot. Hunter Asmar is catching behind the plate today. Your cleanup batter is Brendan Skirtek. He's the DH. You got Amari Conley in right field. He was the last out of the inning. Then you got Jacob Lott in left field. Hunter Bethel plays first. Then you got Andrew Dinkellocker at second. And then Jackson Parker is in center field in the 9th slot there for Holmes. And again, we may have mentioned, may not have Cole Moody, I think. Is that correct, Adam? Cole Moody?
I'm going to go with Mowdy.
Mowdy, okay. Mowdy on the hill out there for Holmes. And if we're not pronouncing that correctly, please let us know. And for ICC, up at the plate, of course, you're going to see this inning. You're going to see Jackson Lee in center field. He's our first leadoff batter. Number 2, batting in the 2 slot, Jackson Suttlemyers is playing second today. Third, Stone Collier behind the plate doing the catching duties. In cleanup spot, you got Bo Rock, who's at first. Batting 5th is Brock Ware, who's DHing in this first game. Then you got Jarrett Morris, who's playing third. Then Jude Treadaway is at short. 8th slot, you got McCray playing right. And then you got Hayden Roberts in the 9th slot there in left field. And as we mentioned in the top half of the inning, Dixon Webb is doing the pitching for ICC today.
ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination, and Coach Rick Collier hopes he's got that same winning combination put together here in Game 1 against Holmes. As Brad mentioned, to be the 1-2-3 batter to start us off here in the bottom of the 1st, Lee, Settlemyers, and Collier. We'll try to keep you posted on softball throughout the day as they're at Holmes in conference play.
Yeah, well, we've got a few minutes here. Mowdy comes in for Holmes. He is a sophomore. 3 appearances so far on the year. He does have 2 wins, no losses to his credit. He does have 2 complete games, Adam, also to his credit. 14 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 10 hits, 15 runs, 13 base on balls, 11 Ks. Does have a 6.14 ERA.
And those stats being brought to you by Samstown Market there in Manatee. That pitch missing low for a ball. A quick Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. 2-run home run by Shaw. Julia Shaw helping her own cause there. Gives ICC a 2-0 lead early as it's in the bottom of the 2nd there in Game 1. And Holmes is that pitch across for a strike. Again, if you're looking for that one, that's on Holmes' White channel. You can check that one out there. 1-1 now is the count. And that one just a bit inside. 2-1 now is the count here to Jackson Lee.
Yeah, high and tight, brushed him off the plate there. Got a 2-1 count on Jackson Lee. Again, leadoff batter here. I'd love to start the game off right if you're ICC. Let's go ahead and get this leadoff batter on. hopefully get him around, get him scored.
That pitch going to miss outside. 3-1 now is the count here to Jackson Lee.
Yeah, good patience. Jackson Lee showing. That's what you want in a leadoff batter is good patience, seeing a lot of pitches if possible. Do what you can to get on base.
So waiting the 3-1 pitch here from Mouty as that pitch in there, fastball at the knees for a strike. 3-1 now is the count.
Makes it full, go.
Oh, 3-2, thank you. So now the count goes full. Now there's a ground ball. Third baseman's going to come up and get it. Throw across the way is in time for the putout. 5-3 of Lee.
Yeah, good play there by the third baseman. That is Reed for Holmes coming up. Caught it on the hop right there. Able to make the throw on the run. Get the speedy Jackson Lee out at first.
And so now this will bring Jackson Settlemyers, the second baseman, to the plate. With one out and nobody on. That pitch is going to miss outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, again, if you're watching in the area, you got plenty of time to get out to the ballpark. Nice day to get out here and support the Indians as that pitch missing low. 2-0 now is the count. This game, 9 innings. Game 2 will be 7 innings. So waiting the 2-0 pitch here. This one fouled back, and we'll go to 2-1 now here on Jackson Settlemyers.
Yeah, good cut right there from Settlemyers on that fastball right there. So trying to see some pitches here, try to get through the rotation, see some pitches, and know kind of how to face it. Caught that breaking pitch high right there. It was up at the letters there, but again, he chopped it right at third, hit it good ground ball, and able to throw him out. So Settlemyers is out.
Back-to-back 5-3 ground outs there this afternoon. And so now this is going to bring up Stone Collier with 2 outs. As now with 2 outs in the inning, Collier will come to the plate. He's catching here in game 1. Fouls that one right back into your living room for strike 1.
Yeah, good job on the part of Mouty to come in, and he's throwing strikes early here too on his end for Holmes, and so hadn't thrown a lot of balls thus far. That's a breaking pitch. Speaking of a ball, right there's ball 1, so 1-1 count here on Stone Collier.
Yeah, tried to sneak that one in the back door, just couldn't quite get it to turn over enough. 1-1 now is the count to Collier.
Same pitch.
And that one nearly hitting Collier that time. 2-1 now is the count here to Stone. If he were to reach, and Bo Rock would be up next for the Indians. We're in the bottom of the first. No score here in game 1. And that pitch high and inside. Now 3-1 goes to count.
Yeah, good eye there by Stone. Again, good job there, seeing a lot of pitches and not swinging at anything that's not in the strike zone.
So waiting the 3-1 offering here and walks him.
Good job.
Good at bat there by Collier. Patient. Didn't see a pitch he liked, so held off on that. Now we'll bring Bo Rock to the plate, the first baseman, batting in that 4 slot here for the Indians. Going to try to see if he can keep this 2-out rally going here for the Indians. Rock will dig in. As we mentioned, batting in the 4 spot. No score here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs and a runner at first. Rock awaiting the pitch. Swings in the first one he sees, fouls it off, strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Rock. Mouty taking his time, puts that one across, but low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Bo Rock. So waiting the 1-1 offering here. Bo being patient. Again, Mouty taking a lot of time. Took a little off of that one. Bo ahead of it now, 1-2 after the swing and a miss.
Yeah, had his timing off right there. Bo was out in front of that pitch right there. Again, like you said, good changeup though. Good mix of pitches there by Mouty to bring that changeup in. That's a 1-2 count, as you mentioned, and Mouty ahead.
Runner at first with 2 outs. That pitch missing out. Not a bad spot to miss right there with the pitch you got to throw away. Couldn't get Bo to chase one out of the zone. So that will even up the count now at 2-2.
Yeah, you mentioned it was a good pitch, and it really was. Bo just had a good eye on that one.
So awaiting the 2-2 offering here from Mouty. Same spot. Oh, same spot, almost in the other batter's box, and the home plate umpire giving Mowdy a gift there as he'll go down looking at strike 3, as that one looked further outside than the previous strike. But no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base for the Indians. We'll take a timeout. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not going to believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set to head to the top of the second inning here. For Holmes, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Jacob Lott, Hunter Bethel, and Andrew Dinkellocker coming to the plate. No score. Both teams, actually Holmes put 2 runners on in the top of the first, left them both stranded. ICC just got 1 on and left him stranded as well. And so no score here. Looking at softball, they're in the top of the third inning. ICC still up in that one, 2-0 in game 1 there in Goodman. Our good buddy Steve Diffie is helping bring that action our way. Appreciate Steve, and all he does over there is that pitch missing low. If you happen to see Steve around campus or maybe at a ball game, stop by and tell Diffie you appreciate all the hard work he does. He's not a hard guy to miss. He's about 7'8". Is that pitch missing low for a ball?
That's 2. Is it 2-0?
Yes, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. As Lott starts us off here in that pitch high, and Dixon Webb kind of struggling to find the zone here.
Yeah, that's what we don't need. You know, of course, obviously we say that. I mean, who needs it? But we've had trouble with that this year, and that's the reason why I really get harp on that. The strike right there comes back with a strike, but we've got to find, got to throw strikes, especially when you got these midweek games. These conference games now, and you've got to, we've got some pitchers down, Adam. That's a ball 4 right there, and it's going to walk him. So, we know that. We've got some pitchers that are hurt. We've got 2, so at the present time. So we lean on these guys. We've got to come in, and we've got to throw strikes and don't give free passes. Let your defense play behind you. We got a great defense.
Absolutely, and never really like to give a leadoff walk because 9 times out of 10 those come back to haunt you, but looks like ICC might already be sending somebody down to the bullpen to start getting loose here. That's that breaking pitch up high. Thought about throwing down to first, but the runner was able to get back without an issue.
Yeah, if you're Webb, and you've thrown that another ball right there, you got to take a deep breath. You got to compose yourself. Got to find it, and just kind of relax as much as possible. All right, threw that breaking pitch in there for a strike. Got across. 1-1 count.
Runner at first. That is Lott, who started the inning off with a walk. This is Bethel, the first baseman, at the plate with a 1-1 count. Snap throw to first, not in time. Keeping the Holmes runners honest, as we said. They like to manufacture runs. They'll do a lot of hit and run situations, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, good pitch right there, and swung through it, wasn't able to make any contact with it. So now you're up 1-2 on the 1-2 count here. No outs, though. Again, you do have a runner at first.
Be a big time for a Renaissance Bank strikeout. As this pitch popped up, out of play, should get into the parking lot.
Either that or, we can take one of those Little Caesars double plays, right?
Absolutely. That'd be even bigger. So 1-2 now is the count. Webb getting set to deliver the pitch to Bethel. That one's going to be ripped, and it's going to get for a base hit out to left field. So now Holmes has got something going here, as this will be Dinkellocker coming to the plate.
Number 28, Andrew Dinkellocker.
And he's got a golden opportunity here, no outs. Runners on first and second. Now ICC going to go through their defensive signs here with the second baseman coming to the plate for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you're bringing in the corners. You're thinking Dinkellocker might lay down a sack here to advance the runner. So you got your third and your first baseman. They're in on the corners right now, thinking, and he's squaring around. Took that to strike, yeah.
Takes that first pitch to strike, and that's what we said. We said Holmes like to play small ball. They'll hit and run you. They'll lay down some sacrifice bunts, and you've got to be ready for it defensively when you're the Indians out there.
Good job by Collier.
That one blocked up beautifully there by Stone. 1-1 now is the count. Wind blowing out of the ballpark today, so be an adventure with any fly ball heading to the outfield today. Anything, especially up in the sky. As the bunt fouled back, and now it's 1-2. And Dinkellocker now, you think, would have to call off that bunt.
You would think, in this situation, but I've seen them do it. I'm not Holmes necessarily. I've seen teams do it and keep it on. But in my opinion, you would, and that's the reason why you see now the third baseman, Morrison, he's backed up. So, and he is swinging away right there. That one's going to get out into the – no, it is.
It's a fair ball.
Wow, I thought that one was going toward the parking lot. That did tag up the runner at second, though, Adam. So now you do have – so it's basically it ended up being the same in a sense. It just was not able to move your guy at first over, which really the main thing you want to do is get that guy from second to third. So anyway, and it worked, sack fly there.
Yeah, I'm glad McCray didn't give up on the play saying, hey, if I let this drop, he can't advance in this situation. And if he would have, it would have dropped for a fair ball because it was in the line about a foot out there in right field.
Well, and the way we're looking at it, and I'm looking at that flag now, that wind is kind of, it looks like, it is going straight out, but it's going to keep it. It looks like on that right side, going to keep it in. Strike one there on Parker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say it's kind of, for those that have been to the ballpark, kind of blowing from the visiting team dugout to center field. So 0-1 is the count to Parker. Snap throw over to first. Slides back underneath the tag without an issue.
You got a first and third situation here, so this is where you see what kind of offense Holmes is going to run if they're going to try to, draw a throw, send the runner to second, whatever. And they did. They're taking the runner to second. Basically a delayed steal right there in a sense is what that was. Seeing if they could get ICC to draw the throw. Their defense, their first and third defense, Stone did not make the throw down to second, just held it, so you got a stolen base there.
So stolen base and a 1-1 count. Runners at second and third here for the Bulldogs. That one ripped. First baseman finds it. He's going to step on the bag and get the out, but it will score a run for Holmes.
Yeah, good job by Bo Rock down there. That ball took a big hop right there at the end. Of course, luckily we're used to fielding ground balls and catching fly balls out here and practicing. But Bo caught that and knew the hop there and caught it on the hop and was able to snag it and get the out. So now there's 2 outs on the inning, but we do still have a runner. Now a runner was advanced to third.
So that pitch is going to miss low 4-ball. Yeah, that was the only play Bo had that time, was just to go ahead and get the for sure out, give up the run. So it's 1-0 now here in the top of the second. Bulldogs with the lead and at the bat. That pitch outside, nice job by Stone to kind of lunge out and get that one before it gets away. 2-0 now is the counts. We're back to the top of the lineup here in Matthew Reed. So Reed, he flew out to center field in his first at bat. That pitch missing low. 3-0 now is the count here to the third baseman, Reed. So Webb's 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count as the red light was on the whole time, that time for Reed.
Well, and as you mentioned, when Lott did walk at the lead off this inning, most of the time it does end up in the run scoring, and that's going to be Never mind. I thought that was strike 2. Does walk him right there, so that's going to put runners back at first and third. But Lott did come around and score, and that put that first run on the board. So now you got a first and third situation again here for Holmes with 2 outs.
That was the third walk of the game there for Webb. He's given up 2 hits, 1 run. 1 run. It is earned so far. And so now runners on the corners here for the Bulldogs, and this is going to be Swing coming to the plate. Swing had a single in his first appearance, as that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman gets it, throw across the way, high. And do they tag him?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Nice play there by Bo Rock to climb the ladder, get the out. And that will end the inning with minimal damage done. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll take the timeout and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the second inning for ICC. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up. Brock Ware, Jarrett Morris, and Jude Treadaway. 1-0 is the score. Holmes with the lead after an RBI ground out by Jackson Parker that scored Jacob Lott, who started the inning off with a walk. So Brock Ware, Brad, he's a kid that has earned his way into the starting lineup. He wasn't starting at the beginning of the season, but when he got his opportunities, he made the best of them. And
yeah, at bat.
Yeah.
You know, and he's done a good job, as you mentioned, Adam, he has. But I know you'll talk about this too, but he's got a long lineage here.
Yes, he does. He's a third-generation Indian. As this pitch fouled back, 1-1 is the count. His brother played baseball here. His sister was a member of the softball team, and as he'll probably like to tell you, third time's a charm up here.
That's it. That's it.
1-1 now is the count to Ware. That pitch drifts outside, 2-1. Well, if you ever want to make a Rick call your lineup, that's how you do it. You get out there, you make the best opportunities, you hustle, play hard, and you'll earn your spot in there. And that's what Ware has done as this pitch fouled back. 2-2 now is the count. Scoreboard update. They're in the top of the fourth. And ICC's up 2-1 over Holmes in softball. That's going on down there in Goodman. 2-2 pitch. There's a grounder. Slow roller. It's going to be booted by the shortstop. So our first error of the day. E6 on the play, and that will put Ware on the plate. And Brad, we talk about it. It's kind of like a walk in that situation. Get him on by a mistake, and maybe the Indians can tie this thing up.
Yeah, exactly. Those come back to haunt you, too. I will say Ware did a good job of hitting on that. He stuck the bat out there and was able to make contact with it. It's a tough play on the shortstop because you had a left-handed batter, quicker out of the box, quicker going to first, as that's strike 1 right there to Morris. But I think the shortstop knew that. He kind of put a little charge on it to try to get to the ball, and it just took a little hop on him there and wasn't able to get the and adjust to the hop to throw him out, so you have an error there. But good job there by Ware to make contact.
0-1 is the count to Morris. Swings on that pitch, fouls it back. Now 0-2 is the count here on the third baseman.
Yeah, Morris, you know, I'm talking about defense, and I've seen the Indians a few times this year here at home, and Morris is a solid defensive third baseman down there and has been snagging a lot down there and made a good play on that other a while ago as he fouls that one back. Bo Rock made an excellent play at first over there on that play to pull the ball down and to tag the runner. Morris made a great play there at third to snag the ball and throw it over to first.
So 0-2 is the count now here to Morris. He's going to foul this one off to keep it alive. Nice job here by Morris to find a piece of these pitches and keep the AB going here. So we mentioned playing third base. You talk about his defensive play. We put a video up of his 2 defensive plays earlier this year, almost 10,000 views on the one where he caught the line drive just basically right at his face, and then the diving catch in foul territory against Snead. As this pitch is fouled off and out of play, we'll sit at 0-2 again.
Yeah, he fouls that one back there. That one goes out into basically out past the parking lot, I think, out into the ditch area. 0-2 count, still hanging in there, but it is in favor of Mowdy at this point.
So waiting the 0-2 offering here to Morris. He's got to guard the dish here. Runner goes, and perfect pitch to go on there. That'll be a stolen base after the catcher dropped the ball.
Yeah, good job there. Brock Ware moving into scoring position without us having to try to lay a bunt down or a sac fly, anything like that. So now you have a runner in scoring position. Good opportunity for Morris here.
0-2 still the count here to Morris. Mowdy checking the runner. Is going to step off. We said there is a new pitch clock this season. And Mowdy has got to be flirting with that thing because he is taking a lot of time in between pitches. As now his catcher wants to come out and talk to him here. Remind you of some more of our sponsors, the ICC Wesley Foundation. You got the ICC Baptist Student Union, Raising Cane's in Tupelo. We've also got Prior Marler Architects, Fagada's Mexican Restaurant, all proud to sponsor ICC baseball here on the ICC Sports Network. 0-2 the count to Morris. Runner at second after an error and stolen base. Indians trail at 1-0. And now that's going to allow the runner to get to third. And never seen the ball bounce like that before, Brad.
Well, it was a pitch in the dirt. The catcher tried to get out there and actually backhand it in a sense because he couldn't get out quick enough. And it just kind of, I guess it, of course, we're behind, so I didn't see what was in front. But I guess it hit off the shin guard enough that it just bounced forward, almost like a little ground ball hit or something out there that just laid out there on the first base side as Morris fouls that one back too. But what that did is that enabled, again, Brock Ware to move up to third. And so runner at third, no outs here. Good opportunity for the Indians.
They trail at 1-0. 0-2 is the count to Morris. Pitch on its way. That one ripped right back to the shortstop. That's going to tie the ball game. Excellent at bat there by Morris. Good base running by Ware. And we're tied now at 1.
Yeah, you mentioned it, with the errors there in the inning, that hurt Holmes, and that allowed and gave Etowah the opportunity to score. And, of course, all it took was a ground ball there to short since the runner was at third, and Holmes just kind of had to eat that run.
So 1-1 now is the score. 1 out. And that pitch in there for a strike as this is Treadaway at the plate. Dr. Boggs, that's what you got to do. You got to take advantage of those situations when they present themselves, and ICC doing a good job of that there in that last at-bat.
Yeah, most definitely. That's strike 2 right there. Got an 0-2 count now on Treadaway. He's behind, but and that's what Holmes did last inning on us. That's how they were able to get the one run across the board, and you've got to take advantage of those opportunities and get those runs across anytime you can.
0-2 pitch, foul back, and we'll stay at 0-2. This is Treadaway, who's playing shortstop today, batting in that 7 spot. Nobody on base. There's 1 out. 1-1 is the score here in the bottom of the second. And that one's going to be fouled off, but the catcher held on to it, and that'll be strike 3. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. And credit Asmar, because that was a tough one to hang on to, but he was able to find a piece of it and hang on to it and collect strike 3.
Yeah, did a good job back there behind the plate for Holmes and Asmar, like you said, to get that out. So now that brings up Dre McCray, right fielder here.
McCray batting in that 8 spot. Looks at the first pitch. Low and outside for a ball. We'll remind you once again, if you're in the area, plenty of time to get out here to the ballpark and enjoy some baseball. As that pitch finds the corner for a strike. That umpire likes that outside corner, especially on the breaking pitches.
Yeah, and he's calling it on right-handed, left-handed batters too, and he's doing it on both sides. So right now, I ain't going to call that one.
Well, that one just a little bit too far outside. But now, after we've been, an inning and 2/3, the batters should see what he's calling today and adjust to those. And as you said, Brad, he's been calling it both ways. Not that he's been calling bad, just saying you now know what he's going to call for strikes.
And right there was a prime example. Dre, that pitch was outside. Right there, I say outside. It was off the plate just a little. But Dre stuck the bat out there, able to make contact, just thinking, hey, he may call this one a strike. He's calling the outside part of the plate. Better see if I can make contact with this one.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a dribbler. First baseman to find it will step on the bag, and that will do it. Well, ICC was able to get 1 run off no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We played 2 in Fulton. 1-1 is your score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now head to the 3rd inning of play. 1-1 is the score. Each team putting a run on the board there in the 2nd. It was a RBI ground out by Parker that scored Lott, who started the inning off with a walk. ICC basically did the same thing in the bottom half of the inning. It was a ground out by Morris that pushed across Ware, who reached on an error and stole the base. That first pitch across for a strike, as this will be the 3-4-5 batters due up. Asmar, Skirtek, and Conley for the Bulldogs. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Asmar catching here in game 1. Rips this one, but pulls it foul. And so now the count will go 1-2.
Yeah, I got to get that breaking pitch down right there. That one was left up in the zone too much, and Asmar teeing off on it, and luckily way out in front of that one. But you can't leave that breaking pitch that high in the zone.
So the 1-2 pitch coming, and this one pulled foul. Holmes coach just watching it go by as he's having a little conversation over there with the third base umpire. Deloach, he played here at ICC. Is that pitch outside? Not a bad spot to miss when you've got a pitch to throw away. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, couldn't get him to chase. So good eye on the part of Asmar right there. Not chase after that ball.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. And that one's going to be foul ball down the line. We'll stay at 2-2. Speaking of former Indians, we had Levi Bishop throw out the first pitch today. Levi was on a very successful baseball team here at ICC. I believe he was all conference, all region. So that pitch fouled off as well. 2-2 will stay the count.
Yeah, it almost made it into the Indians' dugout over here. He turned on that one so fast. So 2-2 count here, and Asmar has fouled several off here down the left field side past left field. And there he goes, it continues, and that's a line shot over the shortstop. It's going to be a clean single right there. Adam, start the inning.
Second straight inning that the Bulldogs have got the leadoff runner on. as now this is going to be Skirtek coming to the plate. He walked his first at bat. We'll dig in with no outs and a runner at first. We're in the top of the third inning here. ICC and Holmes in game 1 of 2. This one ripped, and it's going to get down for extra bases, and this could score another run. They're going to hold him at third. Wisely so, as a good job by, I believe that's Roberts out there in left field to quickly get that one back in.
Yes.
And so that was our first extra base hit of the day, a Davis Ford double off the bat of Skirtek. And now the Bulldogs threatening once again, no outs. Runners on second and third. And this is going to be Conley coming to the plate.
Yeah, that pitch was kind of up in the zone, too, again, and they were just sitting on it again. As we've mentioned now, it's the second rotation going back through, these batters going back through C and Dixon Webb. And so they're sitting on that high pitch right there, and they're turning on it. Those are right-handed batters turning on it in left field. Line shot is that strike one right there to Conley. But, I mean, we saw it from Asmar, and then we saw it from Skirtek, and they were just sitting there teeing off on it, and both of them successful in getting the ball down. That one's turned on sharply to Bo. Bo does a good job of fielding that ground ball, looking over at the runner at third, holding the runner at third, and then going over and making the tag on the base at him.
Absolutely. Not only did he do it once, but he did it twice. He looked the runner back, turned to run, and the runner took a jab step. He stopped, knew he had plenty of time to walk him back and get the out. So that's a big out there. One out now. Runners at second and third. And this will be Lott, who walked and scored a run in his first at bat. Pops this one up, and right fielder will get it. Going to throw it home. And the throw is up the line, no tag, and so that will be a sacrifice fly.
Yeah, he was. It's kind of fisted him right there on that.
Are they going to? Did they
say he didn't tag? They're going to say he left too early at him. They threw the ball back over to tag third, and I wasn't paying attention, so I did not look over.
And did not get any type of argument out of the third base.
No,
the coach
was over there.
By, so
they're saying he left early. Fortunate right there for the Indians. Run did not score, and now they're out of the inning.
I will say this. I don't know how to score that.
Don't ask me.
1-1 is your score. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom part of the third right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man. Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Try some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back now as we move to the bottom of the third inning. As for ICC, it'll be the 9-1-2 batters up. Hayden Roberts, Jackson Lee, and Jackson Settlemyers.
Yeah, ICC here in the bottom of the third still has not made it totally through their batting order. Hayden Roberts takes ball one right there outside. So, again, shows you, too, what kind of job Mounty's doing on the mound for Holmes. Doing an excellent job out there thus far as that's strike one, because ICC has also not been able to produce a hit at this point.
That's what I was just about to say. They haven't got a hit so far. The only base runner that's been on base was on an error, and they were able to score that run as that pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Well, Mowdy has figured out the strike zone without any issues today. He has been filling it up and getting ahead of these ICC batters. There's a grounder right back up the middle. Shortstop will find it, throw across the way for the out. 6-3.
Yeah, and he's got good defense behind him. I mean, you see plays like that. Now, of course, again, that's a you know, of course, you had them shaded that way. You had your short and second. You know, they were kind of shaded that way, but they were actually able to, what movement and range they had. Shortstop able to, that chopper kind of back up the middle, go with his range of motion and just easily catch the ball, get the ball over to first base, get that lead out for the inning.
Now this is Jackson Lee at the plate as he looks at that first pitch across for a strike. He grounded out to third in his first appearance of the day. There's one out, nobody on here in the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 is your score. Bulldogs just scored a run, but appealed to third, erased that off the board, said he did not tag up on the sacrifice fly. So technically that could be a Little Caesars double play. As that pitch missing low, 1-2 now is the count. I did send that to my buddy Kevin down at Jones. He scores for SEC Network and professionally, I should say. So anytime I have a question, I ask him. Now he could tell me a lie, knowing Kevin.
Good pitch.
Yep, and there's strike three. A beautiful breaking pitch that just almost 12-6, or excuse me, yeah, 12-6 on the break there.
I think the ICC said it was high, and again, may have been. I don't know. I wasn't down there. Again, we're up here in the box, but it looked to me like a good pitch, especially one that you probably don't need to be taking when you got two strikes on you.
So now with two outs, as that was the third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, this is bringing Jackson Settlemyers to the plate, and boy, he took a healthy chop at that one, strike one.
Yeah, Settlemyers comes in with a 286 batting average today. As he takes strike two, and Mowdy again.
Mowdy's, yeah, he's grooving right now.
Slugging percentage of 529 and an on base percentage of 351 for Settlemyers. He does have 4 long balls on the year as he Ks right there.
Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts by Mowdy. He's got 4 of those here on the afternoon. A quick 3-up, 3-down inning there in the bottom of the third. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the fourth inning. Kevin says you score that as 5 unassisted with a note that the runner left early.
Okay.
So there you go.
5 unassisted with the note that the runner left early.
So you know what I wrote down?
Runner left early.
I did. That pitch is off his fist, and it's a fair ball, but then the pitcher falls, and that's going to be an error as Bethel will reach. And so third straight inning, the Bulldogs have got the runner on. And as we mentioned, Brad, just always tend to get in trouble as ICC. That's how they got their run, was an error that started off the second inning. And so now the first error of the game here on the Indians.
And that was that Webb that was going after the ball there,
yep.
And he just got tripped
kind of
up.
Tripped up over his own feet there as the ball looked like it was cutting away from him and then kind of bounced right back at him. So he may have just overrun it and tried to adjust as a pitch to throw to first, not in time.
And what people are thinking there, too, is, well, where was the first baseman and second baseman? And why wasn't anybody covering first? Well, Bo Rock was over thinking he was going to have to field that ball, thought that Dixon was coming over to help him and cover first. And so it's just
it was just in no man's land.
Yeah, it was. It was just one of those in no man's land, and it worked out.
So 0-1 is the count. 0-2 as Dinkellocker swings himself out of his shoes on that one. And so 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good breaking pitch right there by Webb. Dinkellocker unable to catch up with it or make any contact whatsoever. So you still have you got an 0-2 count here. He throws over to first there, keeps the runner close. But 0-2 count, so Webb well ahead here.
No outs, runner at first after an error to start the inning. Snap throw over to first, and that one was close, but not in time.
I was looking at them at some stats here, and unusually, a Rick Collier team batting average is .280 this year. As that one swung on, that's a line shot past short. It's going to be a hit. That's going to move the runner up to third. You're going to have a first and third situation here with no outs.
Well, a clutch hit there by Dinkellocker, as that is the fifth hit for the Bulldogs. ICC still looking for their first one.
Yeah, it was. It was a good hit right there. And, again, timely hitting, and it puts runners at the right place here. You got runner at first and third. Another first and third situation again, and that's bringing in your corners here, thinking, they might, what's going to happen here. But they're definitely trying to keep that runner from scoring at home here, as that first pitch is ball one.
Yeah, this is Parker at the plate. He grounded out to the first baseman, but did drive in the only run of the game so far here for the Bulldogs. So he has another RBI opportunity here with runners at first and third. Brad mentioned first pitch was low in the dirt. That one up high, 2-0 now is the count.
Got to get that breaking pitch down. But where I was at is ICC is a team batting average coming in today at .280. Normally that's a little low for a Rick Collier team right now. But both teams at the plate, as that one swung on, that's going to be a line shot. Second baseman Settlemyre catches it. That's going to be out number one. Runners aren't able to advance. Simply the ball stays on the infield. So great job there by Settlemyre. But these two teams are pretty evenly matched when it comes to their team hitting. There's pretty similar with runs, slugging percentage, and all of that.
That pitch is in there for a strike. They did meet one time in non-conference play at Holmes, and I did think Holmes picked up a 3-2 win in that game. As that pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 is the count, one out. This one a flare out to left field, and it is. Couldn't see it. They're going to bobble it, and the run would have scored either way. So
that keeps it. The runners do stay at first and second, so that is a single with an RBI there for Reed.
And that does score the error that Bethel reached on.
That's exactly right. Still only have one out here in the inning. Now that Holmes has a 2-1 lead, and they still have a runner in scoring position, and that brings up Swing.
Swing is 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a single. He grounded out to first to end the second. Takes that pitch across for a strike.
Yeah, breaking pitch right there. 0-1 count by Webb. There is some activity in the bullpen. Left-handed pitcher down there. Looks like Bourdon down there, possibly. Adam's going to get through right there, Adam. That's a good piece of hitting. Drove it on the right side where that pitch was. They are going to hold the runners. It is going to load the bases here with one out. That was a great, great piece of hitting right there by Swing. Hit it where they aren't and where the pitch was, and he drove it between first and second for a clean single.
And that is going to be his second hit of the day, and that might do it there for Dixon Webb, as Coach Collier will start heading out towards the mound. We're going to take the time out with them and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Your knee is a complex joint with many components, making it vulnerable to a variety of injuries. Some of the most common knee injuries include fractures, dislocations, sprains, and ligament tears. Many knee injuries can successfully be treated with simple measures such as bracing, rehabilitation, and exercise. The other injuries may require surgery to correct. At our injury clinic, we commonly see meniscal tears that occur during sports. Tears in the meniscus can occur when twisting, cutting, pivoting, or being tackled. Meniscal tears may also occur as a result of arthritis or aging. Just an awkward twist when getting up from a chair may be enough to cause a tear if the meniscus has weakened with age. The most common symptoms of meniscus tears are pain, stiffness, swelling, catching or locking of your knee, the sensation of your knee giving way, and if you are not able to move your knee through its full range of motion. The RICE protocol is effective for most sports-related injuries. RICE stands for Rest, Ice, Compression, and Elevation. Remember that at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as new pitcher in the game here for ICC is Bourdon, taking his warm-up tosses here and entering a tough situation as he'll have bases loaded with only one out here in the inning. Brad, I know you got some numbers there on Matt.
I do. Fifth appearance on the year. He does have 1 win, 2 losses to his credit. 13 in the third innings pitched, giving up 20 hits, 14 runs, 6 base on balls, 16 Ks, 8.10 ERA.
And those stats being brought to you by Samstown Market there in Manatee. Bourdon's first pitch fouled back as he's greeted to the plate by Asmeyer. He singled but was out when he left early, did not tag. So he's 1 of 2 on the afternoon. The Indians would love to find a Little Caesars double play here to see if they can get out of this inning with minimum damage done. As this pitch popped up, and
they're going to tag the runner.
They are going to tag the runner. The throw is going to be not in time and backed up nicely there by Bourdon, as that will be a sacrifice fly, and the Bulldogs go up 3-1.
And I was watching that time. He did not leave early.
Well, I'm pretty sure if he did, it would have been trouble.
So he did not leave early. I was watching that time, but great job, a sac fly. Again, that's what Holmes does, is they'll chip away at you and they'll continue to add these runs. So now you have runners at second and third, still scoring opportunity for Holmes, but you got 2 outs.
Probably one of those, want to hit your cutoff man. If you don't hit your cutoff man there, the runner doesn't goes from first to second. He's sitting at first, so you've got runners on the corners. That pitch across for a strike.
And this is Skirtek, who doubled his last at bat and walked earlier in the day.
Rips that one. Third baseman finds it. Throw across the way, and it's in time for the out, 5-3 for those of you scoring at home. So the fact that the Indians only give up 1 run in that bases-loaded situation was huge there. So the Bulldogs put 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom half of the inning here from Fulton right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. As Collier fouls this one back for strike one. Mowdy's still on the hill here. He's got a no-hitter going.
He did till you said that.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help us, people. I just got yelled at by 3 people for mentioning the no-hitter. He's no-hitting us.
Well, I think Collier'd love to see
you. Throw her drink
I thought she did too. There's a strike
in there for a strike.
I think Coach Collier'd love to see it broken up right now because I can tell the frustration down there with him as far as, the Indians not hitting the ball today. But credit to Mowdy, though, and he is throwing strikes and doing a fantastic job out there on the mound. That one was close. It was low. 2-2 count here on Stone.
They're in the top of the 6th inning. Holmes has rallied to take a 3-2 lead in softball in game one. And that pitch missing inside. 3-2 now is the count. Collier walked, was left stranded back in the first inning. It was back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts, a 3-up, 3-down inning for Mowdy.
That got him on the helmet.
And that one hit him, and looks like it may have also come off and hit the catcher as well.
Yeah, I didn't catch that part. Stone's okay. It just caught part of the helmet, so it wasn't anything that would do any serious damage to Stone, but I think it caught the catcher.
Yeah, so it reflected off, and he's going to need a minute.
Yeah, he's going to need just a little bit.
Let's take a quick timeout here from Guaranty Bank.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good job by everyone involved to allow Asmar to kind of walk that one off for a second after that. Collier was hit by a pitch now. As that pitch drifts high for a ball, this will be Bo Rock coming to the plate. Rock struck out looking on a questionable strike 3 call. Looking to redeem himself in this at-bat. Runner at first with no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. This one a flare out to the left side. Deep, if it stays fair, is trouble. Foul.
Yeah, Bo went with that pitch, did an excellent job there with that, but just couldn't keep it to the right side of the foul pole. Definitely had enough to get out of here. It just kept slicing foul there, and so long strike there if you're Holmes.
If you're Holmes, you're also breathing a sigh of relief because that could have tied up the ball game. That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, kind of the first hiccup we've seen with Mowdy, when he hit Stone, and then he's, at strike zone. Look at, right there, see 3-1 count. Kind of having a little trouble finding it right now a little bit. So Mowdy steps back and takes him a deep breath, but I think he kind of knows it. But anything gets you off your rhythm. That's the funny thing about the game of baseball. But anything gets you off your rhythm right there, and it'll turn you sideways. And Bo out in front of that one.
Hammered, popped up. Right fielder going back, drifting to the wall, and will make the catch up against the wall. Man, where was the wind from earlier?
Well, I'm going to tell you, and Bo just got under that one, Adam. I mean, just got under it. And any adjustment, slight adjustment right there, that's a 2-run shot.
Yep, because that one was blistered. It still almost got out of the ballpark as the center fielder put his hand up against the wall and basically went up against the wall to make the catch. So now with 1 out, runner at first, this is going to be Brock Ware, the DH at the plate. And that pitch missing outside for a ball. Brock's somebody you look at, too. He can hit for power as he can generate a lot of bat speed in a hurry.
Yeah, well, we saw him hit one out earlier in the year out in right field out there. Of course, Brock, a left-handed batter, as he takes ball 2 there, turned on the pitch and drove it out over the right field fence out there. And so I agree with you. He does have power to tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat.
This one's going to be fouled out of play. 2-1 now is the count here on Ware. He reached on an error, stole a base, advanced on a pass ball, and eventually scored on a ground out by Morris. That was back in the 2nd inning. So that pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good adjustment of pitches right there by Mowdy right there. Was going out, and then he decided to come back in with that pitch right there for strike 2.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. And that one just inside. Not a bad spot to go back and see if you can either get the call or get him swinging at one there. Now the count goes full at 3-2. So waiting the 3-2 offering here.
Got him.
Swung on and missed for strike 3. 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Mowdy. Still pitching a gem today.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing his pitch count go up. I mean, he doesn't have it 3 up, 3 down like he had last inning. That pitch count starting to go up a little. But still, like you say, he is throwing strikes and still has the Indians baffled as that's ball 1 right there to Jarrett Morris.
Morris grounded out to the shortstop that drove in a run. 1-0 is the count here to Morris. Runner at first with 2 outs. Morris pops this one up. It's going to get over to the right side. Catcher first baseman to give chase, but to get out of play. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, if Indians just got to find a way to get that spark here, and it's, you know, I mean, again, we can remind everyone it's not too late yet. This is a 9-inning game for the Indians this first matchup today. So here in the bottom of the 4th, there's still time.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Mowdy. That one well outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. As we mentioned, Mowdy has struck out 5. He has walked 1. The only run he's given up was after an error by the shortstop. There's a ground ball. Third baseman finds it, gloves it, throws over, stretches in time for the out, 5-3. So a nice job by Mowdy and the Bulldogs to get around that leadoff hit batter there. As we'll head to the top of the 5th, Bulldogs lead it 3-1. We'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as now we head to the top of the 5th inning. ICC trailing at 3-0. It was 2 runs in the top of the 4th by the Bulldogs. It was an RBI single by Reed that scored Bethel, and then a sacrifice fly by Asmar that scored Dinkellocker.
Now batting number 18.
ICC got a runner on when Collier was hit by a pitch in the bottom half of the inning, but ICC couldn't get anything going as Mowdy has pitched well today. Struck out 5, is yet to give up a hit, and the only run is because of a Bulldogs error. That pitch on the outer edge for a strike, as this will be the right fielder. Conley, Lott, and Bethel scheduled up here for the Bulldogs. Breaking pitch and a beautiful one there. This is Burdon on the hill here for the Indians.
Yeah, 2 good pitches right there. Had the heat at the opening pitch, couldn't catch up with, came back with the breaking pitch. Has Conley fooled, and Andy really had him fooled right there. Ball in the dirt, breaking pitch, had him just swinging. Conley was just guessing the whole time, did not know what Bordon was throwing, so advantage Bordon on that one. But we'll get the first out of the inning.
Big out there. That's the first time since the first inning that the Bulldogs have not got the leadoff runner on base. And so now with 1 out, this will be Lott coming to the plate. Lott is 0 for 1. As this pitch is going to get through for a base hit, and that's going to be the 8th hit of the day for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, again, the
Number 3.
good job there of hitting. Went with the pitch there and drove it between third and short as a left-handed batter there. And so it was just kind of a nice line ground ball down through there, clean single. 1 out here for Holmes, and that does bring up Bethel.
Bethel is 1 for 2 on the day. Did reach on an error and score a run in his last at bat. Takes that pitch for a strike. He singled and stole a base back in the second, but he was left stranded in scoring position. So 0-1 is the count. And a soft toss over to first. Not really any issue over there. No tag applied. Again, as we said, Holmes likes to be aggressive on the bases, so making sure they're keeping him honest. Ball gets away, and I don't know if that hit the umpire, if that hit Stone, or
I didn't see it.
The umpire, the way he ran out there, it looked like it might have got the umpire.
Might have got him, and he just was taking a little time to say. He probably went out there and told us, said, "Man, that hurt." I just want you to know that hurt.
Looked like he might have got him on the wrist, the way he's shaking his wrist there. I think the count's 1-1. He didn't show there, but we'll see after this pitch. Is that pitch in the dirt?
2-1.
2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first here for the Bulldogs. They lead it 3-1.
Inside.
That one well inside. Now the pitch count goes 3-1.
Got to battle Bordon out there. You got a 3-1 count. Did an excellent job coming in last inning with the situation he was facing. Got to get back throwing strikes. This again, I mentioned it before. This is what the Indians have had difficulties with this year, is getting in these situations and not throwing strikes.
And finally got that one across. The count to go full now at 3-2. We were here today setting up the equipment, and Coach Collier had a spirited rally with the guys before the game, and that was one of them. He said, he's like, just get out there and throw strikes, trusting your defense. Swing and a miss. 4 strike 3. That's a Renaissance Bank strikeout, the second of the game for Bardon. And now there's 2 outs as the Jets fly by. Runner stays at first. This is Dinkellocker coming to the plate. So he will dig in with the runner at first. They're going to throw over to first, and the tag was applied, and the runner nearly ran through the base getting back.
Yeah.
Checking in on softball as that pitch in there for a ball. They're losing 3-2 right now, but they do have the tying run at second with one out in the top of the seventh. So ICC trying to find a way to tie that one up late in the contest. This one off the hands, foul back. 1-1 now is the count. That is not one of the Jets. Not sure what that is.
That's our grounds crew.
Okay. So 1-1 now is the count. Dinkellocker at the plate.
Runner goes.
And again, trying a little hit and run action there with 2 outs in the inning. And McCray will step underneath it, and the Indians will record the 3rd out. Due up for the Indians, 7, 8, 9 batters. Treadaway, McCray, and Roberts. ICC looking for their first hit of the day. Can they find it? We'll find out after this break and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Number 23, Jude Treadaway.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jude Treadaway, who struck out swinging in his only at-bat so far, will start us off here. Treadaway, McCray, and Roberts scheduled up. Well, one good thing is whenever the temperatures warm up, you get a nice day like this. One of the negative things about it is, though, the wasps like to come out.
They do, and we're seeing a few of those out here in front of us, but never fear. We have people, as that one is kind of fisted, down to short and out quickly there. So Treadaway grounds out for her first out of the inning.
Well, we mentioned it in the previous inning that ICC was trying to find a way to tie up the ball game. They did so. It's 3-3 now, going to the bottom of the 7th. But Holmes starts it off with getting to second on an error by ICC. So now Holmes has the winning run in scoring position there in game 1 in softball as that pitch in the dirt for a ball.
And this is Dre McCray, who did ground out his first at bat.
And that pitch up high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to McCray.
Yes, it is the bottom of the 5th, and yes, this is only the second rotation of the Indians getting through the batting order here, as that one's going to be grounded out to first as well, unassisted right there. And so McCray, it gets the second out of the inning. But that's, again, a testament to the excellent job Mowdy is doing on the mound.
Yeah, Mowdy, as we said, he is faced now. This will be his 18th batter of the game. He's not giving up a hit. He's only walked 1. He's struck out 5. And the only run the Indians have scored was after an error on a routine ground ball to the shortstop. So ICC still trying to figure out the riddle that is Mowdy on the mound.
Well, he's done a good job of throwing strikes. Right there's ball one, though, to Roberts. But he's just done an excellent job all day being in command. Now, Roberts turned on that one.
This one, and yes.
And he did.
A big-time hit there, a solo home run with 2 outs in the inning by Hayden Roberts. That one was on a rope, Brad.
It was. That one's more lined out of here. It wasn't one of those towering shots, but you could tell when he hit it, it definitely had the potential to get out of here. That's going to bring a smile to Coach Collier down there and hopefully wake up this Indian offense.
Well, that's a heck of a way to break up a no-hitter with a solo home run. And now we go back to the top of the lineup. This is going to be Jackson Lee coming to the plate. 2 outs. And the Indians make it a 3-2 contest with that solo home run. There's a chopper to the third baseman. Plenty of time, throws it over, and the stretch. He was able to keep his foot on the bag. 5-3 for the putout. So a nice job by Mowdy to come back, 1 pitch, 1 out, to get the out after giving up the home run. We've played 5. Holmes leads it 3-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here. There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Welcome back now, so we'll shift to the top of the 6th inning. 9-1-2 batters due up here for Holmes. They lead it 3-2 after a solo home run by Hayden Roberts. They're in the home half of the 5th. And so Burdon will come to the mound here. And it'll be the center fielder Parker to start us off. We do have a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update, and it is final. Holmes wins game 1 in softball 4-3 on a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th inning. As there's a big swing and a miss there by Parker. He's 0 for 2 on the day with an RBI. So 0-1 is the count here to Jackson Parker, the center fielder. Big looping curveballs in there for a strike. 1-1 now. Okay, is the count.
We did get confirmation. We think the concession stand is open today.
Heck yeah.
So come out and enjoy a good day of baseball. And that is strike 3 right there. I got to throw him out there. But come out and enjoy a good day of baseball and a wasp or two. And, you know, we'll take care of the wasp eventually, but come see us.
Yes, if you hear me scream, that means one has landed on me like it did earlier. The question is, anybody allergic?
No.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Well, we got one. We don't know.
As there's going to be a fly ball out of play for strike 1. As long as the wasp doesn't have any pineapple, I'm good.
Hadn't been eating any pineapple, you're okay.
Yes. That pitch high for a ball here on Reed. 1-1 now is the count. Reed, 1 of 2 on the day. Had an RBI single on his last at bat. He's also walked. So the 1-1 pitch coming from Burdon. This one's going to be fouled off, and we'll go 0-2.
Yeah, just kind of a flare out there. 1-2 count now, and Bordon's come in and done a good job thus far. Came into that, as I mentioned last inning, that tough situation with the bases loaded, got out of that, and has settled down the Holmes bats so far. And there's another catch.
Another Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the 4th of the game for Burdon.
Number 8, Nicholas Swing.
And so now this will bring Swing to the plate, and he's been a tough out. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He's got a pair of singles. He did ground out to the first baseman to end the second. And so now with 2 outs in the inning, ICC would love to get a 3-up, 3-down inning here. As that one right back to Burdon, knocks his glove off, and that's going to be a infield single.
Amazing.
And thank goodness Matt was able to get his glove up there.
Yeah, he threw that glove up, and
yeah,
like you say, amazing, and thank goodness he did. They're going to probably let him throw a pitch or two here or something, if they're going to check him out. But Coach Collier's going to come out. But had he not, it could have been a bad situation out there.
Yeah, one of those that had tons of velocity coming off the bat there, as you said, just that self-defense mode as Burdon just throws his glove up, and the ball actually knocked his glove off when he hit it.
Yeah, that's, again, he just took it right back where it came from. Again, you were talking about Swing was hot bad on the day, and line shot just took it back, back where it came from. And, again, fortunately for Bordon, he had the awareness to throw the glove up, protect himself. It does result in a hit, so we do have a runner at first here now with and then Asmar drove one.
Asmar drives this one back, and it's gone. And, well, if the first base umpire was looking, then one of the things they've been told to keep an eye on is, as the kids like to say, pimping the home run. Well, he did a pretty big bat flip there. But that's going to be a 2-run home run. And a big answer there by Holmes after they give up the solo home run in the bottom of the 5th. Holmes comes back with a 2-run shot there to make it back to a 3-run contest.
Yeah, that one was to the right of the 365.
Yeah.
So he had plenty of power behind that one, Asmar did, and he's got a lot of pop in his bat. We saw him do that earlier today when he fouled off several pitches down here on the left, out to the left side back here, as that one's fouled back from Skirtek. But you're exactly right, Adam. They're supposed to be watching. We got caught with those bat flips before.
Yep. That's the reason why I said it.
It can only, it's supposed to go so high.
Yeah, it can't go above your head is what they say, is that pitch in the dirt. But that was a good read by Asmar. After a play like that, Burdon's adrenaline is going to be pumping, so he's going to probably try to blow a fastball by you. Well, he timed it up and parked it out there, as you said, out there in left center for a 2-run shot, and it's now 5-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. This is a 9-inning contest here in Game 1. Game 2 will be a 7-inning affair. So 1-1 now is the count.
Got under that one. Big time.
Morris calling everyone off on the infield will come in and squeeze it for the out, but the damage done as Asmar tacks on 2 runs with a 2-run home run there in the top of the 6th. ICC trails it 5-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Indians got some work to do. They trail it 5-2 after a 2-run home run by Asmar in the top half of the inning. That first pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, so far the only hit the Indians have been able to produce is a home run by Hayden Roberts. Now there are 2 runs on the board, but those runs were scored on an error. Those players reached on an error. So Indians are having a tough day at the plate. Good pitching though by Mowdy. But he's right now behind on the count 2-0.
There's a shot ripped right at the third baseman. Indians playing Adam ball today. Everything they've hit hard, but it's been right at somebody. As back-to-back put out. I tell you what, the third baseman has been busy today. I've got him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 putouts, back-to-back putouts just then. And this will bring Stone Collier to the plate. He was hit by a pitch and has walked, so no official at-bat so far in the game here for Collier. That pitch finds the outer edge for strike 1.
Well, and we know this umpire likes the outer edge, but that one was definitely on the outer edge, if not outside the outer edge. And he's going to call that one too.
And saying Mowdy's making a living out there today, and if the umpire's going to give it to you, you're going to keep inching it out, see just how far he's going to give it to you out there. And
what do you do here if you Mowdy? You go back out there, or do you come back in on him? Well, he goes way back out there.
You push your luck and see. Like, well, if you're going to give me a ball and a half off the plate, let's see if you give me 6 of them off the plate. Because he did go into the other batter's box there. 1-2 now is the count. That one missing low. 2-2 now. Good job by Collier to battle back and tie up the count here.
Yeah, Stone, good eye right there again.
So winning the 2-2 offering.
Ooh.
And that one outside. Now the count goes 3-2.
And if you Mowdy right there, you kind of disappointed in yourself a little bit now that Collier's worked his way back and got a full count here. And, he was so hot there. It started out 0-2. So good job by Stone, though.
Collier hits one. Shortstop's going to come up. Third baseman, though, in his way. Brad, what do you want to call that one?
It's a hit.
They call it a hit for Stone. Looks like just a failure to communicate between the shortstop and the third baseman on who was going to make that play.
Yeah, they went after it. They gave good chase to it, and I just think that was a chopper. It was just ended up being a good hit there, and Stone was able to beat it out, and so I wouldn't chalk that one up there. But good opportunity here for Bo Rock up, who takes ball 1 right there, but his last at bat, he flew out very deep in center field, very deep.
See if he can get a little bit more of a charge in this one as that first pitch of ball. That one inside misses, and Collier will head to second on the pass ball.
Yeah, now they're going to check him out here. Going to get a mound visit from Holmes.
Mound visit. Let's take the timeout with them and hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC. I don't know what the umpire said.
I don't either.
He was gesturing towards us. 2-0 is the count. Rock at the plate. Collier advanced on the pass ball. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, got a runner in scoring position for the Indians. We've got to start chipping away at this lead here. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Again, 9-inning game, as we like to remind you and our folks here in the press box with us. But runner at second, opportunity for the Indians. Anything down in the outfield, it's going to be iffy. Going to have to see how it goes, but that's strike 2. Anything down could send Stone. We'll just have to see where it's at.
So now the count goes 2-2 here. to Bo Rock. He's 0 for 2 on the day. As we mentioned, flew out as about as deep as you could fly out of the ballpark without getting it a home run in his last at bat. Listen to that pitch, and ooh, it's one the umpires like today for strike 3, but still it's a little low.
Yeah, full count on Bo.
So Mowdy checks the runner at second, now set to deliver. And that pitch up high, and a nice at bat there by Rock to draw the walk.
Yeah, 1 out. That's going to put your runners at first and second, and that is going to bring up Brock Ware. He was DHing today, and he did strike out his last at bat. That does bring in for Holmes. They're going to play for the double play ball here, and they're going to bring your corners in, and they're shading the middle there. They're shading your short and second up the middle to try to kind of give them a little extra help there to try to turn this double play and get them out of the inning as Brock takes ball 1.
Yeah, that pitch up high, and the catcher did a good job of hanging on to that one. 1-0 is the count here to Ware. He did reach on an error, but as Brad mentioned, struck out in his last at bat, looking to redeem himself here. Fouls that one off. 1-1 now is the count.
Nice.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Brock representing the tying run at the dish right now. 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Holmes added a 2-run home run in the top part of this inning. As that pitch missing inside. 2-1 now is the count.
There's some activity in the Holmes bullpen down there. Not rushed, it doesn't appear, but there is some activity down there.
Mowdy has pitched well today. As we said, it's only given up 2 hits so far. As this one reached out, fouled off, and the count will now go 2-2.
Yeah. Good opportunity here again for the Indians. Anything down, potentially could drive in a run if anything's down in the outfield.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here to Ware. And that one just missing outside. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Asmar trying to frame that pitch in and get that ump to call that outside pitch. Just did a good job with it, but the ump said no, that's too far out for his liking. And that's saying a lot.
Ware reaches out,
double
shortstop gets it. There's 1, and there is 2. As you mentioned, Brad, they were setting up for that double play, and they were able to turn it there. A Little Caesars double play to get out of the inning with no damage done. We've played 6 of 9, and Holmes leads it 5-2. We'll take a break, and let's hear from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Try some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. Holmes leading this one 5-2. It was both teams scoring a run in the 2nd inning. Holmes getting 2 runs in the 4th, and then 2 more in the top of the 6th. ICC got a solo home run in the bottom of the 5th, one of their 2 hits so far here in Game 1. Verdon is still on the hill here in Game 2. He replaced Webb on the hill. As that pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, this is Conley up. He K'd his last at bat and had a tough day. K'd his first at bat, and he's grounded out.
Fouls that one off. 1-1 now is the count here on Conley. He is batting 5th, so you've got Conley, Lott, and Bethel scheduled up here in the top of the 7th. As we mentioned, Game 1 of conference play is scheduled for 9 innings. Bulldogs lead this one 5-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 there. Nice fastball. Conley couldn't locate.
That's it. Good pitch right there, Adam. He couldn't locate it, couldn't catch up with it. Kind of on the outside. It was on the plate, outside part of the plate there, and so Conley just swung right through it.
All speed, but in the dirt. Good eye on the part of Conley that time. Easily could have went chasing one there. Not a bad pitch to waste.
Yeah, good pitch call right there too. In my opinion, they took something off of that, trying to get Conley to swing at the low pitch from the changeup. Unable to do that.
2-2 pitch on its way, and finds him for strike 3.
Likes that outside corner.
We've said it all day, and it has not changed, as that is the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Verdon, and now this is going to bring up Lott to the plate. He singled his last time up, but was left stranded. He flew out to right and has also walked and scored a run. That pitch just a little bit too far outside. 1-0 is the count. The count here to Lott.
Good pitch.
That pitch apparently missing low. I was with you, Brad. Looked like a pretty good one there on the off speed, but the umpire didn't like it. 2-0 now is the count. So waiting the 2-0 offering here. This one blistered center fielder, jogging back and will make the play for out number 2. One of those you kind of worry about sometimes, especially with the way the wind's blowing. It can get on your center fielder in a hurry there, but a nice job out there in center by Jackson Lee to reel that one in without any issues.
Yeah, and hit right at him too, so that helped. But it was blistered pretty hard, and but again, good job by Jackson Lee out there to track it down and get the out. Second out of the innings. That's 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up Bethel.
Bethel swings on the first pitch, fouls it out of play for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Bethel. That pitch missing outside, 0-2 now.
If you're a spring training fan, just wanted to let you know the Blue Jays beat the Pirates today 10-3.
I knew exactly where you were going with that. And we all say, raise your hand if you're surprised, and no hands go up.
That one's fouled back. Strike 2 there on Bethel, hanging in there. Spring training about over with, though. I think
that's
regular
good. Then we can
season
start losing in the regular season.
Got him right there.
Wow,
great pitch.
Good pitch there. Gets him looking back. Excuse me, his second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the inning. A 3-up, 3-down inning for the first time today for the Bulldogs. ICC looking to get the bats fired up here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, we have been working continually through the crisis to meet the needs of our community. Our walk-in clinic is a service that we provide to our patients that want to avoid the wait and exposure of the emergency room. At the walk-in clinic, you can do just that. Walk in with no prior appointment or phone call. We provide specialized treatment for physical injuries like broken bones, sprained wrists and ankles, joint and tendon pain, and sports-related injuries. You can get in, out, and on the road to recovery quicker. The walk-in clinic is equipped on-site with x-ray imaging, casting technicians, durable medical equipment, and injection specialists. Our team is supported by the orthopedic surgeons of the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Our staff is specially trained in orthopedic-related injuries. We ensure that you will receive the best care for your orthopedic needs. Remember, at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the 7th inning. A new pitcher in the game here to relieve Mowdy, who had a great showing. As the new pitcher in will be Hartzog. So Mowdy gives up 2 runs, one of those earned on 2 hits. He struck out 5 and walked 2. So good day on the hill there for Mowdy.
Yeah, definitely, and we talked about him, but Hartzog is a left-handed freshman out of Tylertown. Does come in 4 appearances on the year, got 1 win, no losses to his credit, 7 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 7 hits on 5 runs, 7 walks, 11 Ks, 1.23 ERA.
And he'll be greeted to the mound here by third baseman Jarrett Morris. Morris, Treadaway, and McCray scheduled up here in the bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs 10 hits, ICC only 2. There's a ground ball, shortstop gets it, throw across the way is in time for the out. Again, Brad, just playing atom ball.
Yeah, at first pitch swinging, going up, and hits the ball right at the shortstop. Shortstop makes play. One thing, too, we can credit Holmes with is Holmes has played well defensively today, too, behind their pitching. So it has been a great pitching performance, but also you had good defense, solid defense behind.
That pitch missing low and outside, as this is Jude Treadaway at the plate now here for the Indians. Treadaway 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to the shortstop. He's also struck out. Big looping breaking pitch. Comes back in for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, lefty on lefty here. Treadaway does bat from the left side. Pops that one up to third base side down here, and third baseman's camping under it, and he got it.
So quickly 2 away now. And now this will bring McCray to the plate.
Number 25, Dre McCray.
So 2 away now, and McCray, who has grounded out twice to the first baseman, trying to see if he can spark a 2-out rally here. 5-2 is your score. Bottom of the 7th.
Good
beautiful breaking pitch there. That's just a big looping pitch.
Yeah, and he broke it right in on the outside part of the plate. Did it again right there. That's 2 times he's thrown it. That's 2 in a row. Now you've got to protect the plate. Of course, if you're Dre, you're saying, well, is he going to throw that thing again, or do I have a fastball? He threw it again. Got him.
And 3 pitches, and that is his first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. The Indians go quietly there in the 7th. They still trail at 5-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here. There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A little extra time there between the inning, as we talked about earlier how the umpire looked like he had an awkward run out towards the mound. Well, it appears that he got hit in the hand, maybe arm area. He had to go get wrapped up. You see now some a wrap there on his left arm, so the extended inning there. Swinging on the first pitch, popped up and shallow center field, and that'll be an out.
Yeah, he will track it down out there and get the first out of the inning.
Number 16, Jackson Parker.
Indians need to make some quick work here. Bourdon's been throwing pretty decent since he's come in. I mean, he came into a difficult situation, been throwing good. So Indians need to make some quick work. They've got some runs that they got to produce. Got to get back in there and produce some base runners and produce some runs.
That last out was Dinkelhopper, as that first pitch in there for a strike. Thought that was up, but he called it a strike.
And this is Parker.
And this is Parker now.
That's a strike.
And that one in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here to Parker. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out swinging in his last at bat.
Got him.
And gets him again.
Good breaking pitch right there. Took something off of it and had him well out on his front foot at him. He was just well off balance on that one. So Bourdon, very strong coming in here. You know, I don't know. I know you've got a caliber. Yeah, how many Ks he's got?
Yeah, 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game.
He's come in strong now.
And that pitch in there for a strike as well, as we flip it back to the top of the lineup here in Matthew Reed. He is 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI, a single, and a walk. And he hammers this one, but it looks like it's going to get out of play. Giving chase and can't get to it. Thought that was going to get out of play. Surprised it didn't.
Yeah, that was in that tough area down there. It was behind third, in between third and left field. And it is tough. There's a lot of foul territory. If you've not been out here to the Indians ballpark at Roy Cressup Field, there's a lot of foul territory out there to get the ball out of play. So the Indians gave chase, weren't able to make the catch.
And this one's going to be lifted. Center fielder is going to run over and will make the running catch. So another 3 up, 3 down inning. Can the Indians find some bats? We'll find out when we come back with more right after this.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. No.
Try some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m. Pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. ICC trails it 5-2. It'll be Hayden Roberts. Then back to the top part of the lineup, and Jackson Lee and Jackson Settlemyers due up here for the Indians. Hayden Roberts 1 for 2 on the day with a solo home run. As that pitch missing low for a ball, 1-0 is the count here to Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts, 1 of 2 hits for the Indians today. There's that breaking pitch coming there. He did not call it. I don't know where that one was.
So I already wrote it down for a strike.
Well, I did too. But Roberts and Collier are the only 2 that's produced hits today for the Indians thus far. And there's a flare out to the left that's going to be caught.
Yep, left fielder was able to get on that one as he got just enough of it off the hands that time. for the line drive out to left. So now with one out, this is going to be Jackson Lee. And Brad, if the Indians are going to get anything started, it needs to be with the top part of this lineup, as Lee and Settlemyers, they are 0 for 6 on the day. As that pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. I mean, we're in the 8th here, you know, and you've got to get something started here. No pun intended to the song that was playing on the.
Yeah, true.
on the speakers here a while ago in between innings, but they have got to do something right here and get some runners on base. There's that nasty breaking pitch that Hartzog has right there. That's strike, but I mean, you don't want to go into the 9th having to produce all 3 runs.
There's that breaking pitch again. 2-2 now is the count. As we mentioned, Hartzog in. Save situation for him, and ooh, that one had a wicked break. Just fell out of the zone too quick.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and he's throwing that thing for strikes a lot of the times, and that breaking pitch that he's got is nasty.
This time goes with the cutting fastball. Nice job there by Jackson to find a piece of it, foul it off, and keep the at-bat alive here.
Yeah, good job right there by Lee to try to go with the pitch. They're going to ring him up right there.
And Jackson Lee did not like that one. Neither did the homestanding crowd, as the umpire let Jackson Lee kind of say a few things or hang around, but then took his mask off, and that was kind of his warning to Jackson to say, all right, that's enough. As that's the second time today Jackson Lee goes down looking, and the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there. And that one across for a strike here on Jackson Settlemyers.
Again, that breaking pitch is nasty that Hartzog has here, and he's throwing it about every pitch. He's not
right
throwing
now. I keep throwing it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what he's doing. He's got him baffled on that, and he threw it right there, and that's a K.
Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts, and judging by the umpire's mannerisms after Jackson Lee kind of was not pleased with that strike 3 call, he could have threw it in the zip code of the plate and would have been called a strike on that one there. 3 up, 3 down, go the Indians. As we'll head to the 9th, ICC trails at 5-2. We'll take the break with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now as we head to the 9th inning. ICC trailing Holmes here in game 1, 5-2, and it has just been a beautiful pitching day for the Bulldogs. Mowley started the day, and Hartzog has come in a save opportunity, and his hook has just been rough. The Indians haven't been able to figure it out here, so right now if you're the Bulldogs, you would like to be able to pick up some insurance runs here in the top of the 9th, but for Indians, you want to see if you get a 3 up, 3 down inning and see if you might be able to spark something in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, and also Bourdon's come in, and he's quieted the bats of Holmes. There's a chopper to short, first pitch swinging, and should be an out, and it is.
Well, nice job there. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's exactly what you want to do, especially against Swing. He has been a tough out today. Matter of fact, only the second time that he has been retired. And so now this will be Asmar coming to the plate. He had that 2-run home run. That's the big difference in the game right now.
Yeah, and that was hit off Bourdon, but that's been the big hit right there. Otherwise, Bourdon, again, has shut him down pretty good. So, and again, like you say, that's the difference in the game, too. You got a 5-2 lead right here in the top of the ninth. That is ball 1 right there to Asmar.
Bourdon getting set to deliver. That pitch runs inside. 2-0 now is the count. Well, if you remember, that home run was given up right after the ball was a line drive right to the face of Bourdon. So he had that adrenaline pumping, tried to get the fastball by Asmar. Asmar timed it up and parked it out of the ballpark. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, and I was looking, too, here at Asmar. That's actually his 6th home run on the year. So he had 5 coming into today, so that's his 6th.
Waiting the 2-1 offering here. Big swing and a miss there. Yeah, he was looking for number 7.
Had him fooled right there, and just had him way off balance, and not a good cut there, but good pitch by Bourdon.
So 2-2 now is the count here. This one's going to be fouled back off the netting, and we'll stay at 2-2. 1 out, top of the ninth. Holmes leading ICC 5-2. Asmar is 2 for 3 on the day. He also has a sacrifice fly, 3 RBIs, and a run scored.
Got him. Nope. Yeah, he did. Caught it.
And they're going to say he held on to it, so that's going to be a Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 8th of the game for Bourdon. Boy, he has come in and given the Indians every opportunity. Just the bats have failed them today.
Bats have failed them, and Holmes' pitching has been too tough. You got a combo right there. They've thrown a heck of a game. And, of course, they've produced runs whenever they were able to and needed to. And that's strike 1 right there as we have Skirtek.
Yep, Skirtek at the plate. 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a walk.
He did.
And check the swing. Are they going to say he went? Yes, he does. 0-2 now is the count.
I mean, Bourdon is just showing confidence out there on the mound. I mean, he's taking control of this game for the Indians defensively, and he has. And like I say, he just had the one pitch to Asmar with that 2-run shot there, but otherwise, been a heck of a game pitched by Bourdon.
So the 0-2 pitch coming, breaking pitch, hangs up just a bit too high. 1-2 is the count. Yeah, this is the guy that Coach Collier thought he would see at the beginning of the year. Now he's developed into the pitcher that the Indians were hoping to see. And that's what you need to do whenever it comes conference time, is that pitch just missing high. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, top of the ninth. Pitch on its way. Little grounder up the middle. Second baseman's going to glove it. Tough throw, and is it in time? Yes, it is.
Yeah, good play by Settlemyers out there at second.
4-3 as the Indians does get that 3-up, 3-down inning. Can they find the bats? Collier, Rock, and Ware right where you want to be if you're the Indians, in the heart of the lineup to see if they can spark a rally. They trail this one 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the ninth.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back. Now as we head to the bottom of the ninth, ICC seeing if they got some late game magic here. Only 2 hits through 8 innings of play. Is it to be Stone Collier, Bo Rock, and Brock Ware scheduled up here for ICC? They trail at 5-2. And this is Hartzog, and his hook is still working.
Yeah, it still is. Comes in with it. First pitch right there to Stone, strike one.
That pitch is going to miss in the dirt. 1-1 is the count. Now, the dangerous thing is when you are throwing those type of pitches, if you leave one hanging up, you got the part of the lineup here that can make you pay for it.
Definitely. You got to keep weight back here if you're a hitter. No, that's there's a fastball, oddly, that I saw from Hartzog. But two balls, one strike. You know, if you Coach Collier, you're telling him weight back. He is a lefty, so drive that pitch where it came from. There's one right there. Hits the outside part of the plate to the umpire's likings. Was not to the likings of Stone.
Or the fans.
2-2 count. And that's what you want right there. And Stone is exactly on it right there. That's what you do with that breaking pitch. He drove it to right field, Stone being a right-handed batter, and it just went out of play. But that's what you want. You don't want to try to pull that.
There's going to be a shot, and it's going to be backhanded. Popped up in the bare hand of the shortstop. Boy, you talk about a break. 6-3 on the putout of Collier, but he bobbled the ball out of his glove, and it just popped right up into his throwing hand, almost ready to launch the throw in throwing position.
Yeah, that's
just to tell the tape of the day.
Yeah, I mean it is. And again, great defensive effort out there and play by the shortstop. That was Swing is who that was for Holmes. So excellent job out there. Again, defense is backing up their pitching, and strike one, strike two now to Bo quickly. Down 0-2 here to Bo Rock with that big hook that he's got.
Yeah, both of those pitches breaking pitches. And that one
didn't break far enough.
Yep, and that's what you got. You got to get people on base. And a good job there by Rock to wear one for the team as he'll head down after being hit by the pitch. And now this will be Brock Ware coming to the plate.
Yeah, lefty again. Your Hartzog is a left-handed pitcher, so he's got that lefty. So he's facing two left-handed batters here, which he had Bo Rock, and of course now you got Brock Ware.
Ware at the plate. He's the DH here. He reached on an error, struck out, and grounded into a Little Caesars double play. And looks at that snap fastball in there for a strike. That's what makes his fastball. It's not the speed, but it's the fact that it's the same release point as his breaking pitch. So it's one of those, by the time you pick up on the fastball, it's just about too late.
Yeah, and like I say, Indians haven't seen many of the straight ones right now from Hartzog. They did there. There was a breaking pitch coming in there. He took something off of it. So Brock quickly down 0-2. And that's what Hartzog's been able to do. He's getting up in the count. And that's what they've been doing all day on the mound.
So waiting the 0-2 offering here to Ware. And he goes, yes he did, and that's going to be strike three. Fourth Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Hartzog. That is the 9th of the day for the Indians. So now 2 outs. Runner at first, and this is going to be Morris at the plate. That pitch in the dirt, ball one.
Indians down to their last out here. Got a runner at first, 2 outs. Bo Rock at first. He was hit by a pitch. Ball one.
There's that breaking pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first here, bottom of the 9th. Indians trying to spark a 2-out rally. This one hit deep. Could it drop? Center fielder, though. No, drops it.
He did drop it.
A long running play there, and that will result in an error because that's what he should have held on to.
Yeah, that's going to be, good for the Indians, but it is an error.
So E8 on the play. And now this is going to bring up Jude Treadaway, who represents the tying run here for the Indians.
So second and third now, as you mentioned, with Treadaway up. So Indians sitting here in good position. Anything down out in the outfield easily could score 2 runs, which would put the Indians down by 1. So their work would not be totally complete, but it would definitely cut into this lead here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, as that's ball 1.
That one nearly hitting Treadaway in the head there. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. Looking to redeem himself here. Be an opportune time to find his first hit of the game.
There's that breaking.
There's that nasty breaking pitch. 1-1 now is the count. He can just locate that thing to perfection just about. 1-1 pitch. Ripped, and it's going to be foul. Now the count goes 1-2.
Yeah, turned on it there, so you're down 1-2 in the count here. So, Jude, you got to protect the dish up there. You got to protect it. Try to put something in play. That's the main thing. Don't get the K. Put it in play. Poet and don't know it.
And that one's going to hit, and it's going to drop. They're going to ask 2 runs to score, and that's going to be a 2-run single. Yes, it is. That was a little bit too close for comfort for ICC fans at home, as that was a great throw from center field, but that will allow the 2 runs to score. And now ICC has made this a 1-run contest, still 2 outs.
So we've got a pinch hitter here. Caleb Powell is coming in for Dre McCray to hit.
So Powell will come in to hit right here. As Dr. Boggs mentioned, pinch hitter being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank, Tommy Chamley, and all the fine folks out there at Guaranteed Bank, proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. We do encourage you to join us tomorrow at 1 o'clock as we'll have basketball right back here on the Red Channel. Semifinals of the Region 23 Women's Tournament. It'll be played at Tougaloo, originally scheduled for Mississippi College, but will be played at Tougaloo Thursday at 1. So this is Powell at the plate. 2 outs and the tying run at first. Powell looks at that first pitch inside for a ball.
Yeah, good eye right there for Powell. Of course, runner at first, so anything down the outfield will not score a run unless something unusual happens, which it could. That's ball 2, so good eye coming in. Got to be patient, and that's what Powell is doing. There's no need. Yeah, you got 2 outs, but there's no need to rush it and try to put something in play. I mean, hey, we'll take a walk right now. Anything you could produce and push that runner up in scoring position.
2-0 pitch and a healthy swing there, missing on the fastball. 2-1 now is the count here to Powell. His first at bat of the day, batting in place of Dre McCray. 2-1 is the count, 2 outs. Runner at first, ICC trailing 5-4. That breaking pitch, and it finds the corner. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that's where, of course, he's a right-handed batter. Kalen Powell, you got to keep that weight back. Hard to pick that breaking pitch up from Hartzog. There it is right there. He did not.
That one just up.
Yeah, just up. But as you mentioned, Hartzog and his arm motion does an excellent job of where it is hard to pick that breaking pitch up. 3-2 count, full count here. Runner should be moving.
And he walked him. The breaking ball just couldn't quite get on top of him enough. So now the tying run is at second. Winning run is at first. And this is going to be Roberts coming to the plate. He does have a home run to his record today.
Yeah, Hayden Roberts up. So now you do have the runner in scoring position. You want that. That's the one we're worried about right now, because at the very least it can extend the game. So anything down in the outfield, you got some speed right there with Treadway, could produce the tie, could tie the game up.
That first pitch called a strike. Roberts at the plate, tying run at second, game-winning run at first. Roberts digging in with the 0-1 count. Beautiful pitch. Had Roberts fooled that time. 0-2 now is the count here on Hayden.
Yeah, quickly down 0-2, and that's what Hartzog's been able to do, is get ahead of the count. I've mentioned it time after time after time again.
There's a shot up the middle. Second baseman knocks it down. Can't get to it. Then the ball gets away. The run's going to come home, and it's there. It's safe. Tie ball game. Boy, you talk about rolling the dice after the second baseman dropped the ball. The Indians tie it on the error. Brad, is that 2 errors? Because
I call it 1.
Okay.
Pretty much on my end was what I'm thinking. It is an error, though. There's no doubt. It's a definite error. He bobbled the ball there, and they just sent the runner. That's not strike one. So you're back to the top with Jackson Lee, but that's an error on the second baseman there. But,
Jackson Lee at the plate. He's due. He is 0 for 4 today.
Hit again, possibly could score a run again, and the Indians walk this thing off. It is a tie game now, 5-5.
The Indians have scored 3 runs here in the bottom of the ninth to tie us at 5. 1-1 is the count here to Jackson Lee, the center fielder. The winning run at second. Lee at the plate. That pitch in there for a strike. That breaking pitch still nasty out of the hands of Hartzog.
Breaking pitch is nasty, but the Indians have been able to put it in play recently, and that's what's hurt Holmes. And they've had such a great defensive effort all day, and it just kind of has gone south here. They're going to ring it up.
There's strike 3, yep. Can't go down looking at that pitch the way he's caught it all day today. You've got to go down fighting in that situation. But the Indians do score 3. We'll head to the 10th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back. And yes, my scoreboard does go to double digits, Brad. That's what I was wondering in between the inning, if our scoreboard will go to anything beyond 9. We're in the top of the 10th. 5-5 is the score after ICC scores 3. In the bottom of the 9th is that pitch missing inside for a ball. Burdon still on the heel, as that will take Mowdy and Webb off the hook for the decision today.
And this Conley up at the plate right now for Holmes as he turns on that. Bo makes a diving catch there, and they're calling him safe.
Yep, bang, bang play. And
Bo had to throw it from the ground at him.
Call that a hit for,
yes,
for Conley, and that's going to be his first of the day, as that was a bang, bang play over at first. Great effort by Bo to get over there and knock that one down, and Burdon just couldn't quite keep up with the speedy right fielder.
Right, yeah, it was tough. I mean, and like I say, he had to make the throw from the ground. It's going to be a tough play. The throw got there. It just was not quite in time. Again, Conley's also a left-handed batter, had that edge coming out of the box.
This is Lott at the plate now, and they will soft toss over to first. No real issue there. 5-5 is the score. ICC scored 3 in the bottom of the 9th to push this to,
with 2 outs.
Yep, with 2 outs too, as that pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Lott.
So they're squaring. They're going to look to potentially sacrifice, get a bunt down here, move Conley up to second. So this is Lott here, who you got your third baseman playing in. He needs to pull it. He does. They let that go foul. They do.
Smart play there by Bo. Easily could have charged that one up to get the force out, but instead let it roll and then grabbed it as soon as it went foul. So 1-1 now is the count here on Lott. He is 1 for 3 on the day. He's walked and scored a run. He does have a single. Flew out to shallow right and flew out to center. So waiting the 1-1 pitch here, showing bunt again. And this one's fouled back. And that'll be strike 2.
Yeah, that should take him out of the bunting situation here. I'm trying to see a little frustration on Coach DeLoach down there. Why he didn't pull back on that one.
So now the count goes 1-2 here on Jacob Lott, the left fielder. Pitch coming, and that one just missing low. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first. Conley reaching on a single to start the inning. 2-2 pitch. And that one missing outside. Now 3-2 is the count.
Yeah, we don't need to lose him. ICC does not have any arms up in the bullpen at the present time. Holmes does have someone warming up in their bullpen. Full count here again. No outs. Runner at first.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there of Lott, the 9th of the game for Bernard. He has come in and has pitched well. As we said, he did give up a 2-run home run. But as I said, that was right after he almost got hit by a line drive. But other than that, he has pitched well. Breaking pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. 1-0 is the count now, as this is Bethel at the plate. You have gotten plenty of bats today for both these ball clubs. As the little soft toss over to first, no issue there. 5th time around the lineup here for the Bulldogs. ICC just now starting their 5th.
Runner goes.
Runner goes, throw down. It was a strike, and the throw is not in time.
So got a runner in scoring position now for your Holmes. They sent Conley. Conley went, got there easily. So now you're thinking, all right, if you're Holmes with Bethel here, different approach potentially again for Holmes. Anything down out there in the outfield, they could be sending Conley to the plate to take the lead.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here. That's going to be a ground ball, foul ball. 1-2 now is the count. Nice job taking a little bit of velocity off that pitch there and had Bethel ahead of that one.
Yeah, 1-2 count here, so you're in a good situation here if you are Matt Bourdon.
So waiting the 1-2 offering, runner at second with 1 out. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 10th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Bourdon. And now it'll be Dinkellocker coming to the plate with 2 outs. A big back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts there for Bourdon. As he will check the runner at second. Breaking pitch outside for a ball. Dinkellocker on the day, on the day, 1 of 4. He did score a run, had a single, and scored back in the 4th. So 1-0 is the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 now is the count.
And, we talk about, Hartzog and Mowdy for Holmes. Bourdon's had the Holmes batters baffled, and still continues to do so.
1-1 is the count. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Fastball that ran in on his hands that time. Couldn't catch up with it. Now the count goes 1-2.
You can look out there, and Bourdon just looks like I've got control.
Yep. He just took a pause for a second and took a deep breath before this pitch. Runner goes. Ball in the dirt, and the runner will head to third with the stolen base.
Right, so that sets things up differently. Obviously, of course, the runner goes. Why? I mean, why not? I mean, I see the call on there. You got 2 outs, 2 strikes. Go ahead and send him, and you got a right-handed batter up, and you're probably thinking he's going to throw a breaking pitch on top of that. So he did. Anyway, they sent him. So now he's at third. Different situation here for Holmes if anything gets through.
2-2 pitch on its way. Foul back into your living room, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Big time situation here. Runner at third. 5-5 is the score. Top of the 10th. ICC trying to get out of this jam with no damage done. See if they can walk it off in the home half of the inning. This pitch lifted, and it's going to drop, and the Bulldogs will score the run. Clutch hit there. Second of the day for Dinkellocker. And it's now 6-5 here in the top of the 10th inning.
Yeah, and that's hitting, and that's what's happened this inning too. Conley got the hit to lead off the inning. He was able to advance, get the stolen base. He's had 2 stolen bases actually in this inning. So Conley actually had 2 stolen bases. Stole second, stole third. Kind of the Conley show, and then what happens? Dinkellocker comes in, drives him in, gets the RBI. Holmes takes the lead.
So now with 2 outs in the inning, this will be Parker, I believe, coming to the plate.
I think we got a pinch hitter.
Okay, so pinch hitter here, 25.
I can't see the number. Oh, it's 25.
And that pitch in there for a strike.
So it's Francisco.
So Francisco will come in to bat here for the Bulldogs with 2 outs and a runner at first. This pitch fouled back, and 0-2 now is the count here on Francisco.
Francisco, sophomore, looks like out of Vicksburg.
They'll have to guard the dish here with the 0-2 count. 2 outs, runner at first. Bulldogs lead at 6-5. Breaking pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-2 now is the count here to Francisco. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 10th inning here. That one in the dirt.
Could catch him. Oh.
And just couldn't quite find it quick enough.
Yeah.
As said, the runner got caught leaning and kind of slipped trying to get back that time. Now the count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at first. Indians trying to find the exit. Bulldogs trying to keep this 2-out rally going here. They lead at 6-5. This one fouled back out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. So Francisco getting his first at bat of the day. Has a 2-2 count on him with a runner at first and 2 outs. Pitch coming for Berdon. This one lifted. Center fielder's going to job back and will camp underneath it and get the out. But the Bulldogs do get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 10th. Can ICC find a way to rally to tie this one up, maybe even walk it off in the bottom half of the inning? We'll find out. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve.
And welcome back. We'll come back to Davis Ford at the next opportunity there, as this pitch is fouled off for strike 1. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning here. ICC and Holmes Holmes leading it 6-5 as it's Settlemyers, Collier, and Rock scheduled up here for the Indians. Breaking pitch in there for a strike as Hartzog still got that hook working well for him.
Yeah, he definitely does. And again, it was working well for him last inning. The Indians just able to produce some runs out of a couple of errors or an error or two that they had, but Indians able to tie that thing up. Now they're going to look for some more magic here in the 10th.
This pitch popped up. Second baseman going back. Don't know they can find it. He does it.
Huh. Interesting right there, Adam, because, yeah, second baseman.
Shouldn't have been his ball.
That's right. It's not his ball. And the right fielder at that time just didn't seem like he was charging in hard enough to come in and catch that ball and call him off. The outfielders should know that that's their ball. If they can get to it, it's their ball. And I don't know, it just didn't seem like they were coming in hard enough to call him off. Yeah. But anyway, it's a hit.
Yeah, let's say a hit, one of those, and you could tell by the second baseman, he didn't know where the ball was until it got right on top of him. So the Indians with the leadoff runner on, as that will go for a hit for Settlemyers. That's his first hit of the day. And now this will be Stone Collier coming to the plate. No outs, runner at first. That pitch in the dirt, 2-0 now is the count here to Collier.
Yeah, good eye right there. Good patience on the part of Stone to get up there and take a couple of pitches, get ahead in the count on his end.
Tying run at first. That breaking pitch clips the edge of the plate. Good take there by Stone. Nothing he really could have done with that pitch. 2-1 now is the count.
Now, he's seen it, so he's seen the hook, so he knows. Hopefully he's seen enough. Now he squares the bunt. I thought that one hit the plate, but it didn't. So
you can call it foul ball.
Foul.
Tried to surprise him with the bunt there.
Yeah, sack bunt, trying to get Settlemyers in scoring position. Got to have that run, you know, the Indians do here in the bottom of the 10th to keep this thing rolling. So that is important. But 6-5 lead right here, Holmes in the bottom of the 10th, 2-2 count on Stone. They got him. They got Settlemyers leaning.
Picked him off over at first, and yeah, that was no doubt on that one. Settlemyers did not move until the ball was halfway there, and one of those, he kind of just knew it.
Yeah, they had him leaning, and just like you say, just tough. One out now, but the Indians aren't. I mean, they still got life in them. They still got 2 outs. Just don't have anyone on base.
So 2-2 is the count here to Collier. That hook missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. So the count goes full. And there's strike 3. Got him on that corner. That's what he's called all day today.
Uh-oh. They just tossed him.
And Collier did not like that one. And as we said, you got to know the situation there. And it's been that way all day as he's called that outer edge.
Yeah, that's just, it's not the time to let the emotions get the best of you in that situation, and that's what happened. And didn't like the call. We've had a couple of players that didn't like the call. He's let it kind of go. You can only let it go so much, Adam. I sadly hate it, but
and you go back, you look at the last strikeout that was called, Jackson Lee. He had a lot to say that the umpire let him go, and could have just been one of those that he decided the next guy up was going to do something about it.
Right.
That pitch high for a ball, 1-0 is the count here to Bo Rock. That was the 6th strikeout of the game, as this one fouled back. 1-1 now is the count. So now the Indians, can they spark another 2-out rally like they did in the previous inning? Bulldogs trying to find the exit here. This one popped up, center fielder, dancing around, should be able to camp underneath it, and will. And that will do it. Your final score in this one, Indians fall in extra innings, 6-5. We'll take a break and be back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ICC draw falls 6-5 in 10 innings. Indians had a chance. Good play by Holmes to get the pick off to erase the game-tying run there in the bottom of the 10th. Brad, your thoughts on today's games?
Yeah, it's an unusual Rick Collier game. You know, anyone looking at the scoreboard, and we went into extras, and when you look at the scoreboard up there and you see 4 hits by the Indians, that's not a Rick Collier ball game. Coach Collier, over the many years, the many wins he has produced here at Etowamba, you know, you very rarely see a 4-hit game. Now, I'm going to attribute that to Holmes, their great pitching, because they had a great pitching performance by both of their pitchers that came in with Mowdy and Hartzog. Did a fantastic job. Indians unable to get any spark until that last inning. And if they had had that spark earlier on in the game, this could have been a different contest because Bourdon came in and did a fantastic, phenomenal job on his end. And I know you'll cover the stats on that in a minute, but with the number of Ks that he had to keep the Indians in this game, he did his part to keep the Indians in this game and give them the opportunity to come back and win this game. Indians just unable to do so.
Your final line, Holmes, 6 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors. For ICC, it was 5 runs, or excuse me, no. 5 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors on the Indians, I believe. Of course, those stats always unofficial, but as you mentioned, Hartzog gets the win. Tough loss for Bourdon as he came in, struck out 10 batters, but the ICC's bats betray him here in Game 1. We're going to step away and be back in about 30 minutes with the start of Game 2 as Holmes wins the first game of the day by the final score of 6-5.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.